You ever notice how, on late-night subways, the people sitting across from you barely move, almost like mannequins, except for their eyes? I used to think it was just exhaustion, but now I know better. Last night, every time I blinked, the strangers edged closer, their faces unchanged but their knees suddenly brushing mine. I tried to convince myself it was just the rocking of the train, but then the man in the gray coat sat directly opposite, staring so hard I felt my skin crawl. I looked away, squeezing my eyes shut for longer than a blink, hoping they'd all reset to their original spots. When I opened them, the man's lips moved, no sound, just the unmistakable shape of my name, whispered in my mother's voice. I hadn't heard her speak since she died last year. The others began to mouth things too, their lips contorting into silent sentences, but I only recognized my mother's lullaby. That's when panic seized me, and I shot up, stumbling toward the sliding doors as the train screeched through a tunnel. The lights flickered and every passenger turned in unison, their heads swiveling like broken dolls to follow me. My heartbeat thumped in my throat as I slammed the emergency button, desperate for any way out. But the train didn't stop. Instead, the overhead speakers crackled to life, and my mother's voice, sweet and distorted, poured through the carriage. "Come home, sweetheart. We're all waiting." The world outside the windows blurred into a smear of darkness, the city gone. I pounded at the doors, but hands, cold and unfamiliar, clamped onto my shoulders. I spun to see every face in the car wearing my mother's smile, their mouths stretching wider than humanly possible. The lullaby grew louder, echoing in the sealed compartment. As they closed in, I realized the truth. I'd never left that hospital room, I'd never left her bedside. The subway lights faded, and the lullaby was the last thing I heard as the darkness took me, promising I'd never ride alone again.